Hello, it's me, Recky. Welcome back for another military reaction. This one is going to be amazing because it's going to be a comparison between the CV90 Swedish and, of course, the M2 Bradley. And it says it's going to be a battle test. So we're going to find out which one is the best. I don't really care, but I do know that the CV90 and, of course, the M2 Bradley are down in Ukraine as we speak and creating some serious havoc down there, which is kind of a nice feeling that Swedes and Americans just sends their best stuff. But I do know this is a video that has been translated, and its original video is from the Ukrainian channel called Official Ukrainian Military Channel. I will link both of the videos. The video we're going to watch, which of course is translated into English, but I'm going to actually link the other one too because that's it. I gotta do it. So go check them out. Go to give them a support that they so much deserve. If you do enjoy this, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. And let's find out. Hope there is extensive, testing, firing, driving, maneuvering, whatever. So let's see if I know what I'm talking about here. The one on the right side is, I'm going to say that this one here is definitely the Bradley, and this one is the CV90.
Welcome, Army TV viewers. You're watching Military Television of Ukraine. Today's episode of Military Discovery is all about the world's best infantry fighting vehicles. We're skipping the Israeli Namer and German Puma for now, since they haven't hit the battlefield yet. But the Ukrainian armed forces already have two other heavy hitters in their arsenal: the Swedish CV90 and the American M2 Bradley.
Look at that. That picture just makes me smile. Look at that.
We'll be drag racing them, firing their weapons, testing their accuracy, and checking how fast troops can dismount from the back. We'll talk armor, firepower, and everything in between, just to keep things interesting and find out which one comes out on top. Let's go! Vehicle weight?
38 tons,
Engine power?
600 horsepower,
Wheel or levers?
steering wheel,
Transmission?
automatic,
Top speed?
33 miles per hour,
Vehicle weight?
28 tons,
Engine power?
500 horsepower,
Wheel or levers?
steering wheel,
Transmission?
automatic,
Top speed?
50 miles per hour.
Oh, close. Holy shit.
All right, now let's see which one hits the tree line first. Bradley or the CV90?
Speed time. I think the Bradley is way faster, to be completely honest with you. Oh my days, look at the CV90. Wow. Oh, they're enjoying themselves.
Bradley on the move.
So they are actually blurring out some of the surroundings, so they don't show where they are.
We had a good run. I even rode along, but CV90 won that race. Let's see which one shoots more accurately.
Wow.
What's the caliber of the gun?
40 millimeters,
Max range with high explosive rounds?
up to 7.8 miles.
Oh,
Armor piercing range?
Armor piercing goes out to 22 miles.
Rate of fire?
300 rounds per minute.
Autoloader? 24 rounds total?
Yeah, three mags of 8 rounds, all out in 30 seconds.
Max range to knock out a tank from the side?
0.9 to 1.2 miles. They've got real punch at that range.
All right then, let's put that accuracy to the test.
damn. Oh, Jesus.
What's the main gun on the M2 Bradley?
That's the Bushmaster.
Types of rounds it fires?
High explosive and armor piercing.
Max firing range?
2.5 miles.
And its effective range?
1.2 miles.
What about rate of fire?
Around 100 to 200 rounds per minute.
Amazing. There we go. Wow.
Of course, you can't do a real comparison without checking out the troop compartments, right? Let's start with the CV90, and let's have our Cossacks show us how fast and smooth you can jump in. Dismount! Armor up!
So we got 2, 3, 4. Get your ass in, dude.
So, how's that, Cossacks?
Not bad, but it's actually more comfy inside the Bradley.
All right then, let's check it out. And while we're at it, let's see how fast we can hit the ground on command.
Dismount. Hit the ground.
Now let's show how loading into the Bradley works. Dismount! Armor up!
Is he saying dismount? I'm getting confused by that. Oh, wow. Okay, okay.
Oh, now this one's more fun.
Yeah, the Bradley's way more comfortable, faster, and more efficient. Especially when you're loading in under pressure. You can carry wounded brothers if needed, plus ammo and gear.
But we've still got to see how dismounting works. So, dismount! Hit the ground! All right, we've had some fun. The drag race, CV90 wins. In the shooting test, CV90 also locked on quicker and took the target out. But I want to go back to the drag race because the Bradley's over 5.5 tons heavier. I think that made the difference in speed.
Definitely. I think the CV90 has a complete different acceleration due to the fact that it doesn't weigh that much as the Bradley.
CV90 has those extra traction teeth. And Bradley doesn't have those, right?
No, it doesn't.
But speaking of added weight, the extra mass comes from the Brat 2 explosive reactive armor. And I'm guessing that's saving your life out there. Pretty big plus, huh?
Yeah, it does the job. But even without the reactive armor, the Bradley's already 5.5 tons heavier. Add the extra protection, and that's another almost 4 tons.
Damn.
So what's the full weight?
On paper, it's about 35 tons, and with the ERA, it's pushing 39 tons.
All right, what's your take?
Give us ERA too, let's even the odds a bit. But I'll say this, even without the ERA, it's holding up against FPV strikes. Only the extra armor takes partial damage. So yeah, even without reactive armor, it still holds.
And this one's modular, right? So you can swap parts out?
Yeah, absolutely. Everything on the turret's modular. The turret itself is about half the size. You actually see the rest is add-on armor.
Wow.
So modularity is definitely a plus. Now let's talk firepower. The Bradley's got a 25mm gun, while the CV90 rocks a 40mm. In today's combat, when you need to rush infantry into the tree line and lay down a lot of suppressing fire, the Bushmaster looks better thanks to its rate of fire, especially when you switch it to 200 rounds per minute. We've seen that in action, but that 40mm, it hits armored targets a lot harder, right?
Yeah. Plus, the high explosive effect of the round is a lot stronger. Each shell sends shrapnel flying out to about 50 feet. So I don't need to saturate the whole tree line. I can just spread rounds every 33 feet and get the job done. And when it comes to armor, the subcaliber rounds can punch through up to 100 millimeters of armor, maybe even more.
I'll say our HE rounds aren't far behind. We've got shrapnel spread up to 33 feet, and the fire rate really helps, especially if you're laying down a tight group to cover infantry pulling back. Plus, I've got more ammo on board, so yeah, rate of fire gives us an edge.
And you've got those 2 extra surprises?
Yep, 2 Tau missiles. Those can take out a tank head.
There's Tau?
We've already done it. Took out a T-80 by punching through the turret.
They have a Tau. Get out of town, look at that.
And our AP rounds armor piercing go through up to 70 millimeters of armor.
So you're saying you could still use a few more heavy anti-tank options?
But we've got an ace up our sleeve. We can fire very accurately from covered positions out to 8 miles.
So kind of like light artillery?
Exactly.
Since we're already talking about guns and armor, would you want to replace the Bradley's 25mm with a 40mm Bushmaster?
If we could keep the same fire rate we've got now, yeah, I think I would.
And what about putting Bradley's explosive reactive armor onto the CV90?
I'd use some of it.
Like along the sides?
No,
back.
just on the front.
On the
But
front?
wouldn't that hurt your mobility?
Definitely. A hit to the engine will stop the whole vehicle, so yeah, better to have some protection.
Now about optics. I already spoke to the mechanics, and I know Bradley's got the edge here, right?
Yeah, the driver's got a night camera and a thermal imager.
Oh,
As
yeah.
far as I know, you guys don't have that?
We've only got a basic night vision scope.
Plus, we've got displays for the troops in the back. They can see where the driver's going and what the gunner's targeting. They've got a clear view of the situation outside.
Ours just has voice comms, old school analog, and all in Swedish, by the way.
All right, let's talk mine blast. Everyone knows Bradley can handle a TM series anti-tank mine. Maybe even 2. What about the CV90?
CV90s can also take a TM hit, even 2, depending on the situation. Sure, you'll lose mobility, but the crew and dismounts usually walk away just fine.
So even without explosive reactive armor, the CV90 can survive mines, AT weapons, and FPV drones. And with ERA, the Bradley handles all of that even better?
This is an amazing video.
Yeah, we've taken FPV hits too. No problem. I've been hit by a mine myself. No injuries. The vehicle holds up. Even if some wires or electronics get damaged, it still drives. One time we took a 1.5 FPV hit, blew through the troop compartment, but the thing kept moving.
And when it comes to night signatures, we've got to mention that massive advantage on the CV90, the Barracuda camo netting. We've seen night footage where you can only make out the tracks and the troops jumping out. This cover blocks both visual and thermal detection.
Wow.
How much of a lifesaver
Wow, I did not know that.
is it really?
That camo really works like you said. The thermal signature of a single infantryman is sometimes more visible than the whole vehicle on thermal. From personal experience, we had the CV90 in a tree line, working from a concealed position. I walked off to the command post and came back later. I knew exactly where it was, it hadn't moved, and I still couldn't see it. You know, trees were bare, weather was clear. Only when I was like 30
Wow.
feet away did I finally spot it, just standing there between the trees, dirty and blended in perfectly.
Іду і її не бачу, тобто побачив її з дуже маленької відстані.
Well, we don't have Barracuda Camo, but honestly, same story. The Bradley gets so caked in mud that once you park it and throw a couple of branches on, even you can't find it.
And about the Barracuda, it's also installed on the Swedish STRV-122 tank. Basically,
Okay,
they're Leopard
okay.
2.5. So yeah, Swedish vehicles are big on thermal camouflage, on tanks, IFVs, you name it. And I hear you guys
Oh.
even have a built-in food heater?
Yeah, that's right.
And what's the cooking situation like for you?
As far as I know, the CV90's multi-cooker can boil water in about 20 minutes.
Roughly, yeah.
But come on, we've got those little field burners. Cup of water, 3 minutes, done and gone.
But those things catch fire.
Hey, sometimes you're out on a run. You gotta eat fast, so you down it and go.
All right, multi-cooker advantage neutralized.
On fire safety grounds.
We don't need a multi-cooker anyway.
All right, folks, we've seen pretty much everything. Maybe the CV90 is faster, but it's got lighter armor, it's more accurate, and fires faster, so that's a win. But when it comes to troop comfort, Bradley wins hands down.
I agree.
It's got better optics for the driver and higher fire rate with the main gun. Still, the CV90 hits harder with its 40mm and can engage from concealed positions. Its night camo is also better, no question. On the other hand, the Bradley wins on overall armor protection. Looking at all this, I gotta say, I can't pick a winner. First, came here thinking the newer CV90 would blow the Bradley out of the water.
Built to last.
But honestly, they're neck and neck.
Yeah.
Each has its strengths and trade-offs. But imagine combining them: CV90's gun, dynamic armor, Barracuda camo, wider troop bay, better underbody protection. That would probably be the best IFV in the world. For now, we've got two of the best, and they're both awesome in their own way. But above all, we've got the best people defending our country. So stay tuned for more field tests and head-to-heads, and see you in the next video.
I gotta tell you, I watched a ton of these types of videos when they compare and do that stuff. I gotta say, this is without a doubt one of the best I've ever seen in comparison. And I love the fact that the Bradley is a bit older, but it's still kicking some serious ass, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. I feel good in the Swedish heart when I know that we are actually helping out in a way we wouldn't be doing if we just go back like a couple of years. Go back 10 years and 15, we would never do this. We would never send anything. We would just hide here and just let everyone else sort it out. But I'm happy that we don't. I'm happy that we're doing this. And just comparison to the American Bradley was just a nice feeling, because, I'm in awe of everything that is American armed forces, no matter if it's land, air, or sea, or whatever it is. And this made me just happy. Amazing video. I loved it. I loved it. If you did enjoy this, don't forget to hit the like, and of course that subscribe. That's something that I would greatly appreciate. If you want to check it out by yourself, you find two links down below: the link for the video we just saw and the channel, and of course to find the link and the channel for the Ukrainian one that is also like the native video. Other than that, a big thank you to everyone who supports me on channel membership and Patreon. A big shout out to the supreme tier donators. over by Patreon, of course, on channel membership on YouTube. Personal shoutouts goes to the ultimate supporters. That's Deja, Dwayne, Robert, Walt, Matt, Barbara, Kathy, and Terry. Awesome list, awesome people. Thank you so much for the incredible support. Until next time, I'm Recky. You stay safe.